Okay, so we'll start with really the slide on what is a higher level apprenticeship. And we would like to call these degree apprenticeships, as George referred to at the start, because they are different to the ones at level 5. They will give the students or the trainees an opportunity to get their degree over 4 to 4.5 years, which is absolutely brilliant. And it really is the equivalent of somebody coming and doing a full-time degree with a placement year. So, you know, they'll be doing this part-time while working, but also coming out with a degree at the end of it all. So they are offered at university level. They provide this unique opportunity, as George has stressed, to gain a recognised qualification. And we are very proud that these will be degree level qualifications. We also have master's level apprenticeships as well. So we'll come to those in a minute as well. So what happens with the apprenticeship is that they combine working with studying. So they earn as they learn. They will get industry relevant skills and knowledge because we do co-create these programs with yourselves. The students or the trainees will get the training needed to do the job in the role that they are employed. So it's really important that you find the right program to meet that need. And that's why today is important, that you can see the range of programs on offer. It is an affordable way for you to upskill and retain your existing staff. I do hear, and I'll be very honest all the time, about the fact that when it comes to final year, many of the students have been picked off already, and either through their placement year or just even getting out in the marketplace, and even through some of our modules that we have created with businesses that identified the talent. So this is a way of getting in early, getting the talent secured, and getting those employees that you want. But it's also a really good way through the master's apprenticeships to retain and your existing staff. And like I said, I'll talk about those in a minute. The scheme is offered on selected courses, and the university fees are funded by the department. Now, the undergrad fees are funded. When it comes to the masters, they are majority funded. One thing to note also is that they are your employees, and as such, you pay them as an employee. However, their training and education is what's funded through the degree programs. So what do you get from all of this? Well, you get job skills, hopefully specific to your business. You get to expand your expertise. You bridge this skills gap, which I think is vital, and you build the future management and leadership pipelines within your organisation. Like I said earlier, it does give you this chance to get a higher calibre of staff, to get in early and get that talent secured into your business. I would hope that through their learning and education, that many of the projects that they'll be doing will be directly related to their work. So it should increase productivity. You should see new ways of doing things, and they should be bringing ideas to your table to help you on your business. Develop existing staff and improve retention. You do have to employ the apprenticeship for the length of the programme. Now, students, some do leave, very rarely they leave, and we have support structures in place for that. But you will have that employee for the length of the apprenticeship and beyond, hopefully. And you are very much part of the selection process. So you will help with the recruitment to the programmes jointly with the university. So who is eligible for the programme? Well, they can be new or current employees. Now, you have to be quite careful if they're current employees. New employees should have joined the organisation within 6 months from the start of the programme. And existing employees are individuals who have moved to a new job role within the 6 months. So you can't just look at your team and say, right, I'll get you onto the master's programme or an apprenticeship programme. They have to have had a new job role. So you're trying to develop that person. And that's the crucial part here. In terms of eligibility, they must be employed with the employer in a new or existing job role, as we've mentioned, in a Northern Ireland-based company. They must work for a minimum of 21 hours a week. Now, that would include the time that you have to give them for training. And that's really the next point, is that they do get time for training and study during the working week. Now, some of the programs, it might be a day release. Some, there are afternoon, evening classes, and there's a bit more flexibility with those. So, but the key thing for the employer is that you have to provide evidence of how you are giving them the time off for study. They have to be able to get that support within their working week. So they get at least 20% of their normal working hours should be spent on training or study. The trainee should have the necessary entry qualifications for the course. Now, we haven't listed them all here. They are in the prospectus in the unit. So if you see a course that you particularly fancy, you'll be able to identify the necessary qualifications for that. So they have to meet the entry criteria, and they have to pass any entry test that you may have for them. So we're going to start really with the undergraduate part-time courses. We'll start with accounting with management. Now, this is in relation to accounting with management, but it applies to all the apprenticeships. These would be our graduate qualities that we want our apprenticeships to leave with. So they're categorized into human skills, thinking skills, and technical and professional skills. And we have developed these in collaboration with businesses, professional bodies, the industry, the market. So we've and also research into future of work, 21st century student skills. All of those things have come into play here in determining what graduate qualities we want our graduates to leave with. So I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can see they really are, in terms of if you were to sit down and identify what you want your employees, what skills and qualities you would like them to have, I imagine that most of these would tick the boxes for your own organisation. With the accounting with management, we work quite carefully with the professional bodies, Chartered Accountants Ireland, Association of Certified Chartered Accountants, and CIMA, and we work quite carefully with them to make sure that we can build in. One thing that's pretty unique about Ulster is that we do try to give added value where we can. So we do build in as many exemptions as possible. Sometimes at great cost to the team in terms of having to teach more, but we do try to make sure that the students leave with more than just a degree. And this programme is no exception. Another thing to note, I think that makes us unique, and I don't want to do the hard sell here, but it's very unusual. In our department, a third of the team are qualified accountants. So we bring all of those life skills and experience into the classroom. So in relation to accounting with management, it's very much linked to our full-time accounting programme. So this is the one with added flexibility depending on what modules the students are taking, what options they have selected. So some of the classes will run it in the evenings and some during the day with the full-time students. So there is some scope here in terms of the module selection and when you would have to give the trainee the time off. But they will leave with exemptions from all those professional bodies, which is excellent. Moving on then, we have the business technology degree apprenticeship, and it combines business analysis, consulting and technology. And the kind of job roles that the students would be leaving or would be developing while in this apprenticeship would be digital consulting, app development, app testing, analytics, human capital consulting. So this has been very successful. It's probably our longest run. It is our longest running degree apprenticeship. And the students, I have to say, are excellent. We've almost 200 students have come through this apprenticeship route. And they are they're really high achieving employees now within their organisation. They have been promoted beyond students that have left with a full-time degree. So it really is an excellent programme. And again, both George and Gillian mentioned this, but these programs, we continuously develop and improve the programs. We don't wait for the 5-year revalidation cycle. They really are cutting edge, and we continually develop them in line with what the market wants and what skills the student or the trainee should develop. So you can see here, this has just been hot off the press revalidated last month. So, and we have built in, the more of the technology side. So the students have a choice to kind of, go down through the sort of management consulting, business analysis type thing, or to go into more of the tech side. So they do have this choice. Now, it would have to be in line with the role that they've got in the organisation, because you want them to be able to apply the knowledge that they're learning in the classroom into their actual workplace, and then you get the benefit of that as well. So you can see here the various modules available to the students, some really exciting ones there, I think. And at the very end as well, you'll see that many of these have a project. It's the same for most of them. They'll have this, in the case of business technology, they have a technology management project, and that's like their capstone project to bring all that knowledge to fruition. FinTech, which is financial technology, is our newest degree apprenticeship. It had its first intake in September, And really, it has been developed in response to the fast-growing fintech sector in Northern Ireland. You only have to look at the Titanic Quarter to see how fast this is growing and how crucial Belfast is becoming to this, and the rest of the region really, to this area. And we want to be at the cutting edge. This was the first fintech apprenticeship or fintech program in the UK. And we're really proud of that fact, and we want to make sure that we keep developing this program. So we're looking at professional skills, we're looking at the computer and the tech skills, we're looking at the business skills, all centered around this program. So it's really a mixture of computing and finance. And you'll see that when you look at the modules. So you can see it's a lot more tech driven than the business tech. And there are introduction to databases, human computer interaction, fintech and disruptive innovation, as well as the finance modules. And again, you can see at the bottom, there is the financial technology innovation project. So you can see that we are really trying to make these as applied as possible, so you get the benefit of all that knowledge and training that the student's getting, and it's brought into your workplace. And then we have this would be our last, but not, we hope, the final one in terms of the Leading on Customer Operations program. So again, this is much more management and leadership focused. It's transformation. It's all about transforming leadership and management within an organization. And you can see it is very crucial to the shared services and the professional services, again, that are so growing so dramatically within Northern Ireland, and we want to be there at the forefront to capitalise on that, and for our businesses in Northern Ireland to capitalise on that and get all those skills into the Northern Ireland economy. The modules here, I don't know if you can see that, but again, very exciting. There's business insights, digital transformation, human-centred design, the various modules, and then team dynamics. There's technology in there as well, managing people, managing data, and then the research and the business projects are there as well. So you can see we are very proud of them, as Gillian says. We are very excited about them. They are cutting edge. And when we show these to other people and other universities, we don't show them very often because we like to make sure that we're at the lead in these things, but they are very impressed that we can actually bring this in, and we have the skills in-house to do it, which is amazing. So we'll move on then to, and like I said, they're our undergrad, but we hope they're not the only undergrad, and they're the ones that within the Ulster Business School. There are other degree apprenticeships across the university. The postgraduate ones then, so these would be the master's programs. So we have our finance one, which is our MSc in Global Capital Markets. So again, the students will look at the international side, the global side of the financial and professional services environment, very important for the growth in the sector at the minute in Northern Ireland. They will be developing those professional skills that you want to see, and they will be, the modules will include things like financial theory, products and markets, again, the technology, financial crime, and all very exciting and very important to the current economy and the way it's moving. And there's the modules again that you would see. Again, the students have choice. We don't want the students to feel that their choice is limited on a degree apprenticeship. So for many of these, you can see there's lots of options available to the students, lots of pathways they can take, and they will pick those pathways in conjunction with yourselves. So you will be able to say, I think you would be very good in this role, and they can pick the options to suit the role that they are in. So it's really, really good in that respect. So the students will be able to tailor, and you will be able to tailor the degree to suit your organisation and their skills development. So the MSc is part-time course taught over 3 years. We have September and January entry. One of the really exciting things about these programs, this one in particular, is that it's 100% coursework, which means that the students aren't really having to study for an exam, but what they are able to do is apply all their coursework projects to their organisation. So again, like I said earlier, it gives them the benefit and gives you the benefit of all that knowledge. I should have said the FinTech and the Business Tech classes run on a Friday. So the students would be working Monday to Thursday, and then you'd be giving them a Friday off to attend their classes at university. They are very much treated as university students, so we don't treat them any differently. They have access to the sports facilities, the library, all the university resources, as all our other students have, and they're very much a part of it, because sometimes the students might feel that they would be seen as different, but they're not. And you can see with accounting and management, they're very much part of that degree program with all the other students that are undertaking it. So the classes here for the MSc run on Tuesday evenings, and it's blended. So there will be work to be done online, and then you'll be brought in face to face for workshops and skills development. And we also have our MSc in Business and Technology, again, very new, hot off the press, really crucial in the current climate, because it's all about business in technology rather than technology in business. And it's built into 3 stages. So you have your postgraduate certificate, which is business analysis and consulting. You have your postgraduate diploma, which is all about transformation management and leadership. And then that leads into your business in technology. They can be undertaken separately or all together. So again, really exciting, very innovative. I don't think there's too many other universities out there doing these kind of things. And like I said earlier, we're delighted that we have the skills to do this and the enthusiasm for it. So again, linked into the themes as the leading on customer operations, all about understanding the business, all about human insights, and then the technology comes into play. And again, they have this capstone transformation project at the end. So why is now the right time to get involved? George did allude to this. There is this robust apprenticeship system in Northern Ireland. It is vital to Northern Ireland's economic recovery. It is vital to developing the skills in our graduates that we need. Northern Ireland has always been known as being an excellent region for education. And we want to, again, capitalise on that in relation to these latest programmes. They are strongly supported by the DFE, and they do provide lots of funding options available. And the students really do, and ourselves really appreciate the model within Northern Ireland that we've got for the degree apprenticeships. It offers lots of flexibility for the students and for young people, and it supports the growing need for skilled graduates in priority sectors such as the ones that we've just talked about, financial and professional services sectors. I think it's also the right time to get involved because, as Gillian says, we're seeing a massive boost to the applications this year, whether it is because the students don't want to leave Northern Ireland to study elsewhere at the moment, but this is the time to capitalise on these students that would normally go elsewhere and to give them opportunities that they may not have realised that there is right on their doorstep. We've also been involved with these apprenticeships for many years now, and we've learnt how best to run them, and we've learnt how to cooperate and work with employers. We've always had that, but like I say, a third of the team are professional accountants and have come from that sector and understand the needs of it very well and have those strong networks. Similarly, the staff that haven't come from that sector have a very strong knowledge and networks within the commercial world. So we are bringing all of that into play. So Ulster's really in a prime location here to make these programmes. They are great, but to make them even better with your support and help. So we do have an apprenticeship hub. So we have developed, and Abby is leading that. So there's your link. And if there is any, if you don't get any answers today, you can have a look at the apprenticeship hub. You can contact us directly through engage@ulster.ac.uk if you feel you don't want to ask your questions now, or if you feel that it didn't get answered and you'd kind of like more information. There are the links for you.